New charges have now been filed against this man who's accused of stabbing an Adams County corrections officer while attempting an escape. Some of your favorite household products could soon disappear. We have the details. And is your car hackable? Find out. KHQA's News at 10 starts now.
This is KHQA News at 10. It's your news now.
New information to tell you about tonight in the foiled Adams County jail escape. Good evening, and thanks for choosing KHQA to bring you your news. I'm Chad Douglas. The inmate accused of stabbing an Adams County corrections officer during an attempted jail escape now faces attempted murder charges. 19-year-old Cobretti Matlick was in court on Friday and informed of the new charge. This is on top of the existing kidnapping and attempted escape charges. He's due back in court Monday morning at 10 o'clock. Matlick is accused of stabbing an officer 2 times with a homemade weapon during an attempt to escape last Sunday. 24-year-old Nicholas Ray and 23-year-old Jason Keller also face charges in the attempted escape. Loose gravel gets the blame for a motorcycle crash that sent a Quincy man to the hospital with serious injuries. 32-year-old Stephen Jones crashed when he lost control on the gravel on Wistman Lane near 45th Street just after 11 o'clock last night. The Adams County Sheriff's Office says Jones was thrown from the bike after it crashed. He was not wearing a helmet. A Quincy woman is recovering after getting hit by a car. Quincy police say Janet Leffler was a passenger in a car that was stopped at a red light at 12th and State in Quincy when she got into an argument with the driver. She got out of the car and stepped in front of another car. She was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. She was also given a ticket for illegal pedestrian use of a roadway. The driver of the other car was not hurt. Illinois Governor Pat Quinn signed a measure today increasing fines for mistreating or abusing animals. Supporters say it targets unethical operators of puppy mills. It doubles or more than doubles the fines for 1 or more instances of animal mistreatment. The idea actually came from a group of 3rd graders who read a children's book about students who rescued a dog from a puppy mill. After a little research, the students contacted their lawmakers, and the lawmakers crafted the bill. A large crowd greeted runners at the 10th annual St. Jude's Quincy to Peoria run this afternoon. This is video of about 75 runners who left from 5th and Hampshire last night at about 5:30. They ran relay style all night long and all day until they reached St. Jude's Satellite Hospital in Peoria. All of the runners paid a minimum fee of $750 to take part. The money raised supports St. Jude's. It was a good night weather-wise for the runners last night, Jeremy, and a little warmer for them today.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, some people braved the heat today to get an in-depth look at some of Quincy's oldest landmarks. The Historical Society of Quincy and Adams County offered a tour of the legendary Dick family's homes and business. The tour started at the John Wood Mansion and ended at Dick's Brewery. The brewery was opened in 1857 but closed in the 1950s because of Prohibition. Attendees learned the history behind the Dick's famously known beer. The tour's guide says there's an interesting reason behind why the Dicks chose to open their brewery at 425 South 12th Street. More than 100 people took today's tour. If you live in Missouri or Iowa, it is the perfect time to buy any hot items you need. Both states are offering tax-free weekends. Unfortunately, Illinois residents will have to cross state lines to enjoy any discount deals. Illinois is not taking part this weekend. However, the Quincy Mall is trying to give customers an alternative discount deal. The mall is offering a better than tax-free weekend. Some stores are selling items at a 10% discount. However, most larger chain stores are not taking part in the sale. The discount ends tomorrow. We all know it's important to eat healthy, but sometimes finding that healthy food is a bit of a chore. That's not the case when the food is grown right out of your back door. KHQA's Derek Frank takes us to the locally grown food fest that puts the freshest produce into your hands. And congratulations to Laura Sievert and her husband. This is the 2nd year that they won that cooking competition. Dozens of moms and babies came out to a park in Cape Girardeau, Missouri today to breastfeed. This is Cape Girardeau's first big latch-on events. They joined a worldwide movement to bring awareness to the importance of breastfeeding. One mother says this is crucial to all nursing moms to help normalize breastfeeding and to have support even when in public. Babies latched on, covered or not covered, for 1 minute to bring awareness and to be part of the worldwide events. One of the Americans infected with the Ebola virus is now stateside. We have the latest coming up in just under 3 minutes. We'll be right back with more KHQA News at 10 right after this. The first of 2 Americans stricken with Ebola landed in Atlanta today. This marks the first time the deadly virus will be treated in the U.S. Martha Shade has the latest. Israel is signaling that it plans to scale back its military operations in Gaza once it finishes demolishing Hamas tunnels under the Gaza-Israeli border. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says further military action will be taken according to Israel's security needs, and all options are on the table. Israel continued to pound Gaza with airstrikes today. An explosion at a workshop in an eastern Chinese city has killed 68 people and hurt more than 200, some of them with severe burns. The blast happened this morning at a car polishing workshop of a metal products company. Officials are investigating the cause of the blast and working on rescue efforts and providing medical treatment. 2 executives at the plants were taken away. Ohio's governor says all of the state's agencies are now working to bring water and other supplies to areas around Toledo where some 400,000 are being told not to drink the city's water supply. The governor has declared a state of emergency and says it's too early to say how long the water advisory will last and what triggered it. Ohio officials are awaiting the results of more tests on the water that could determine how much longer residents in and around the state's 4th largest city are without water. Toledo officials issued the warning earlier today after tests revealed the presence of a toxin possibly from algae on Lake Erie. In the meantime, finding bottled water at local stores cannot be done. Ohio's EPA director says the agency is trying to figure out what caused a sudden spike in the toxins.